Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Nitai Kora Haribo.
No, he comes here all the time. I'm soaked.
Okay, I've been gone for
No, this is the new design. This is not stuff.
It's a sign of ecstasy.
I know.
Swimming is an ecstasy.
Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, I have one. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Just on time, fan is also running. More fans are coming. I welcome everyone on this very, very special occasion. And didn't plan too much. We make it very casual, a very special day.
which is 60th anniversary of the founding of International Society for Krishna Consciousness.
Haribo.
Haribo!
Haribo.
And you can see, looks like now it's more than wedding also. With colorful. You all feel hot? You feel free to move this side.
They're getting a tan. They're getting a tan.
Tan. Where did Mother Sangeeta go? Okay. She's coming back now.
Rolls, baby.
Yeah. We have the fan now for her. So we thought, how to make it special in the sense without too much of efforts. So we thought, let's celebrate outside. Inside would have been very hot anyway. We are expecting some more people will also come. We will have more fans will be connected. But I request, so whoever comes, they can guide them here, please. If they need more seat, we can set up here at the place. We'll be hearing the glories of our movement. We have senior devotees amongst us. His Holiness Bhaktivasdev Swami Maharaj also here. Please welcome him loudly. 1, 2, 3.
Haribo.
Haribo!
Haribo.
He said, if you want, I can give 10-hour talk. I said no. Then Mother Sangeeta and Ramandev Prabhu for blessing us. They've been with us. We're also celebrating 13th anniversary of ISKCON of Delaware today. They came to see that we are still running or what we are doing. So I'm very grateful for this is coming. Oh, it's feeling better, isn't it? So let's welcome both of them. 1, 2, 3.
Haribo. Haribo. Haribo.
This is my friend, long time. He came first in the morning. Thank you for coming. And also we have our Kamalji, long time. He's been in Delaware. He's preaching Bhagavad Gita. He's helping us behind and many other ways, guiding us in our projects. I'm very grateful for him being here also. Let's welcome all of them.
Haribo. Haribo. Haribo.
So, I'm feeling good. I don't know because of the fan or what. More fans are coming. Okay. So we will direct the who needs the Mother Sangeeta needs the fan most, right? We'll bring it over there. So here are the plans that the devotees will share something on our movement, about the movement. Please take it, pay full attention because they have given their life to the movement for more than half a century. More than half a century. I request everyone to speak. Mother Sangeeta will speak first, then Ramandev will speak. I'll bring her. Then Maharaj will speak. Everyone can share. Okay, a few minutes just to until she's ready. Can you hold it? I'll bring her.
Take care, Tom. Here.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
I'm very grateful. I'd also like to speak a few words. I'll request Maharaj to speak what inspired, how, a few words. His journey in ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada's movement. Would you like to come, Maharaj? Maharaj is traveling all these different places, different countries and universities and sharing Krishna consciousness. So glad he's here. You want to sit or stand? If you stand, you get the fan. You can sit. You can sit there.
Yes, please. See one chair? Yeah, get a chair.
He doesn't want that chair.
All right. Mother Sankita will want it, right?
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namani Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirbhisesa Sonyabhadi Pasatya Disatarine Vanchakalpataribhyacha Kripa Sunubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namo. So I'd like to thank the management for setting up this program. And for those who don't know, setting up a program is always a challenge. I studied management to PhD level, so I know what it takes. It's always very challenging to organize a program, especially a program in a faith-based non-profit, particularly a program of volunteers. You can manage and lead people. You can lead a Fortune 500 company out there very easily, but to lead volunteers like we have in ISKCON, it's a big challenge. In fact, that is the greatest challenge in management and leadership. So to be spearheading all of these efforts, we'd like to appreciate what the management here and all the devotees have been doing over the years, and especially recognizing that this is the 10th anniversary of the establishment of ISKCON Delaware. The achievements are very awesome, because I traveled in America, West Coast, East Coast, South, wherever. And one of the distinctive features of the preaching here, it is very multicultural. Now, if you travel to other places, and this is the desire of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada came to America to make devotees, to make American devotees. It doesn't mean that Indians shouldn't come. But the main objective, or the objective criterion of Prabhupada, was to come and make local devotees. ISKCON Delaware, they are doing exactly what Prabhupada wanted. So we like to point out this. It's so clear. I was speaking to a friend, one of the presidents in the East Coast, and he was requesting me to come and stay in his temple for some days. So I said, yes, I can come, but would you mind going to Delaware or speaking to the president of Delaware to figure out how he is pioneering this project of multiculturalism in Krishna consciousness. So, the 10th anniversary of the establishment of ISKCON Delaware is glorious. And Srila Prabhupada is very much casting his sidelong glances on all of you who are helping with this project. Precisely before Prabhupada came to America, people didn't know so much about the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And I was just speaking with Nitai before the program. They're organizing Harinams. And you know what? Srila Prabhupada, when he came to America, he went out on a one-man squad Harinam at Thompson Square Park. And by the potency of the holy names, which is what every center should be doing, every temple should be doing. We can't complain. I had someone complain. I remember in Mayapur, I was in Mayapur, and one Swami, American Swami, was complaining that it's so difficult to preach in America. My thought was, what? Say you don't have these skills. Yeah, and if you don't have these skills, carry character like Prabhupada. Go into the streets and chant the holy names. People will come to the temple. Local Americans will come. Hispanics will come. Blacks will come. Indians will come. This is what these devotees here in Delaware are doing. And so Prabhupada is very much pleased with the preaching project here. And they are not very much interested in building a huge temple. When you build a big, huge temple, I don't want to mention the temples I've been to, but then real multi-million temples. Okay? And you don't see anybody in the Mangarati, the huge building here in America. So we shouldn't turn to like what is transparent in India. Now they build very magnificent temples, and the deities are taken care of maybe once in a month or something like that. A Prabhupada wanted us to do the Krishna consciousness on daily basis, and this is what these devotees here are doing. And so we should actually you should congratulate yourselves. I have mentioned this to a number of devotees, a number of senior devotees in America and outside of America, what is happening in Delaware. And we want the leaders, we will request the leaders in the East Coast here to come to Delaware and learn from the management how they are able to expand their preaching to the grassroots, to the local people. Because it matters. This is what Prabhupada wanted us to do. When Prabhupada sent the then Brahmananda Swami to East Africa, he sent back a report to Prabhupada how so many people are coming to participate in the Kirtan. But they were not local people. So Prabhupada said, that's not what I sent you there to do. And so you are doing what Prabhupada wanted the preachers of ISKCON to do, and I congratulate all of you. So, talking about the 60th anniversary of ISKCON. ISKCON has gone a long way. It has become a grassroots word. It has become a household word. The Hare Krishna Mahamantra has become a household word. That every nook and cranny you go to, the fulfillment of the predictions of Bhaktivinoda Thakur is coming to a fruition. It's coming true. People know about the Krishna mantra. In fact, right now, there are so many scholars. They are not ISKCON devotees who have conducted research on what Prabhupada came to America to plant this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. They have conducted so much of research that it makes it easy, especially for me, for my preaching. I can meet anybody and just speak about the science of Krishna consciousness. I mean, you can't say, I believe it, and someone else doesn't believe it. Research shows that the Maha Mantra is not just a theological construct, it is a scientific construct. Because researchers have shown vividly how the Maha Mantra helps people in different ways. Now, the purpose of the Maha Mantra is Krishna Prema Pumato Mahan, according to what Prabhupada established, is to attain pure love for Krishna. But there are fringe benefits, and the researchers have conducted so much of studies, and they are bringing up all of these fringe benefits. This is the mercy of the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Thank you, Maharaj, for your blessings. I'm so grateful that you come and inspire all of us. I hope we got the message, because this moment is not a made on bodily platform for a particular sect and category of people. It is for everyone, and because we are all the spirit soul without any discrimination, we share this message to give this knowledge of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada. Thank you. Hope we will continue. Our devotees will understand the depth of it. I will request his guest Vaman Dev to share something about his journey in movement. What kept him keep doing? I can bring the microphone over there. Sit there. Vaman Dev Prabhu in this age also is leading the ISKCON of Philadelphia's Rath Yatra project. You can take inspiration in 30-40 itself. We are tired, but I'm very grateful that he's taken that position and a huge responsibility. Let's welcome him. Hare Krishna.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pachayane Neda Sesasuni Varipachadi Sitarane Vanchakalpa Truvascha Kipasundaveva Titanam Pavapayo Vaisnavavayo Namo Namaha. Okay, so I don't usually do this, so I remember the first time I came down here, Krishna Kirtan had just bought the house, and it was white and green then, and the paint was peeling off, and the inside looked like nobody had lived in it for about 20 years. And it just reminded me of what Prabhupada had always asked his devotees to do in the early days, which was he would send a couple and he would say, you go to London, you go to China, you go to Australia, and the couple would go and they would start a temple, and that's what he wanted them to do. And that's what Krishna Kirtan has done here. And you look at it now and it's so much different, so beautiful. And the thing that reminded me when he opened up the temple was when I first walked onto the property in Hawaii. Hawaii is where I became a devotee. And the atmosphere on the temple in Hawaii was so different when you walk off the street and you walk down the driveway, and it was like you walked into the spiritual world. And when I came down here for Krishna Kirtan's, the opening of the temple here, and I thought, just reminded me so much of the Hawaiian temple. It just, the atmosphere, it was a very spiritual atmosphere here. And it's what Prabhupada wanted, like Maharaj said, it's what Prabhupada wanted the householders to do. Go and open up temples. And I just congratulate him for what he's done and everything he's done down here in making the devotees. And he's just done a wonderful job. And, you know, this is what Prabhupada wanted, and there's nothing more you could do better to celebrate Prabhupada's 60th anniversary is what you're doing now and what's happening here and all the devotees here. I congratulate all the devotees that come. I mean, they're the ones that have supported the temple. When you come here and, you know, you're the ones that make it go. If you don't go, you go out to the home programs. I know a lot of the devotees here have programs in their home for preaching, and that's how this community developed. And I hope that they just continue that way. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you so much, Vaman Prabhu. I'm very grateful. He was hesitating to speak, and we want to know what made him, getting inspired day after day in serving the movement. I'm very grateful for you, for guiding us. They are the one. I was serving Philadelphia, and we started the preaching program here as well. So they are the one helped, putting things together in that altar, what goes where and everything. They are the one actually helped. I'm very grateful because of all of your blessings. We have hundreds of devotees in Delaware. Actually, we have hundreds of. I'm very grateful too. Sai Prabhu is no, but I will speak on his behalf for him also. Very nice. We served Philadelphia together in the administration. Together. He was chairman. I was vice chairman. Then I became vice chairman. He became vice chair, something like that. But we served together for several long time. I'm so glad to see. Always enthusiastic. He has a few children, three daughters. He helped us here also at the beginning days. He used to come regularly, helping us as well. I'm very grateful for being here. I have Pramodji, who is behind me, next to me actually. Would like to speak something on ISKCON.
Okay.
You can sit.
No, I'll get up. It's okay. Well, let's start with chanting the Maha Mantra 3 times. Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
The weather already feeling better when you chant.
So, I think we all know that 60 is pretty special, right? In fact, in the tradition, 60 is revered quite a bit, and it's referred to as Shashti Purti. And the reason 60 is revered is because it is believed that as far as human beings are concerned, when you get to the age of 60, you have attained a state of maturity and clarity of mind, having gone through all the materialistic things over the last several decades, that you can begin to see the reality based on your experiences. So 60 is celebrated, 70 is celebrated, 80 is celebrated, etc. And here we are celebrating the 60th anniversary of ISKCON. And that too, as the previous speakers have said, is nothing that's ordinary. It's very significant accomplishment, very significant milestone. And I think it is due to a lot of things, but I would say 2 or 3 very special things. Number one is the vision of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who had the vision of what's needed. And the second has to be the complete dedication and commitment and hard work of all devotees. And finally, I have to say, all people who come to the congregations and chant Hare Krishna have contributed to its success. So maybe what I should do today on this occasion is just mention one specific thing that Swami Prabhupada used to say all the time, and he has it in all the books. And he used to say, we are in the age of Kali Yuga. And Kali Yuga, he used to say, is the age of distraction. Anybody agree with that? It's the age of distraction. It's the age of hypocrisy. It's the age of decay of morality, a decay in the quality of leadership, especially in politics, and in general, integrity and ethics are severely eroded in this age. And I think we all know this from our experience in our day-to-day lives. So, his doctrine was, look, in this age of Kali Yuga, there's a very simple solution on how we can overcome this and improve ourselves. And that's Sankirtan, right? Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam Kevalam. Kalau nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatiranyatana. Saying it 3 times is not an accident. It's intentional. Okay. There is no other remedy. And it's so extremely simple as to chant the holy name of God. And also Prabhupada used to talk about the story of Bhakta Prahlad. I'm sure you're all aware of it. And Bhakta Prahlad also used to say this to all his schoolmates and all his friends. The 9 processes of devotional service. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Padasevanam, Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. Okay, I'm not going to go through all that in the interest of time, otherwise you'll kick me out. I'm just going to say Shravanam Kirtanam and Smaranam, right? Shravanam, listen to the holy name of God, listen to the activities of God. Kirtanam, which we all do. And then Smaranam is to remember God. And one thing Prabhupada ji used to say regarding remembering God, he used to say, think about all the activities of God. And in the Bhagavad Gita, there's a very nice verse in chapter 10 where Krishna exactly talks about how you can remember him. Macchittaha madgat prana bodhayantah parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So he says, my devotees, what they do is they're always thinking about me. And one of the techniques that they use to think about me and make me part of their life is kathayantascha mam nityam. Nityam means always. Kathayantascha comes from the word katha. Katha means stories, activities, in this case of Krishna, right? Him picking up the Govardhan hill, him stealing butter, him killing all the demons, him killing Kansa, etc., etc., etc. So he says, Kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Just by doing that, my devotees are satisfied and they incur happiness. So, as Krishna says, Janma karma cha me divyamevam yo veti tatvatah tyaktva deham punar janma neti mameti. So Arjun. So my activities, Krishna says, are not ordinary activities. We all have kids, right? Or we know kids that steal. Okay. But Krishna stealing butter is not an ordinary activity. It's transcendental. Krishna says, Janma karma cha me divyamevam. It's a divine activity. And that's why reciting those stories, thinking about them, cleans our heart and our mind and makes us better and better devotees. So, on this occasion of the 60th anniversary of ISKCON, by the grace of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ji, and on this occasion of the 13th anniversary of ISKCON of Delaware, what we need to do is celebrate by Sankirtan, which we are doing, and adopt some of the things that Prabhupada said, which is directly from the Gita, is to become stronger devotees via Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. So, congratulations to everybody on this fantastic anniversary, and thank you to all the devotees for all their hard work, from the president down to the person who put up that shade. Each and every person is critical, and we all do this by the grace and mercy of Swami Prabhupada and by the grace of Krishna. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Pramodji. I'm very grateful. Those who do not know Pramodji, he teaches Bhagavad Gita, especially senior citizens, adults, youngsters also allowed. And he's also helping us with the Dover project in many ways. I'm very grateful for inspiring, so how we can become stronger and stronger devotee. This is just a beginning. And you have to excuse me, Haripriya, right? Your friend? Haripriya, New Zealand. I don't know how come I missed to welcome her actually. Did I? Yeah. Can we welcome all the way from New Zealand, please? 1, 2, 3. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Now is Mother Sangita, who is always she will take the microphone and she will not leave. She will keep on speaking about Srila Prabhupada. So that's why we did outdoor. You can stay as long a day and night. It's all yours.
Hare Krishna. I don't know most of you. I know some of you. Does anybody want to introduce themselves before we get going? Anybody? I know Sesha Shai Vishnu from Philadelphia, and my husband next to him. Anybody else want to introduce themselves? Hare Krishna. I think I met you last time. Yeah. And next. Hare Krishna. Nice to meet you, ladies. Anybody else? I know you two from Philly. Hare Krishna.
They are actually from Delaware.
Are you from Delaware? No, but I think they adopted you. Yeah. Well, we'll steal them back. Okay. You want to add something? No. Anybody else? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. No one else? Hare Krishna Matsa. So, okay, I'm going to turn without putting my back to Prabhupada, if that's okay. Okay, so Hare Krishna Maharaj. Bhaktitirtha Swami was very special to my husband and I. He was the first one to join on the board of directors for Vaishnava's Care, the organization that we started to take care of the sick and dying devotees around the world. We went to him and we showed him the mission statement, and he immediately said, put me on the board of directors. And he encouraged us from day one. I miss him with all my heart. So, and I was there, I got to take care of him at the end of his life, and it was incredible. So, thank you for being here. It's an honor to meet you. I wanted to be more informal, so please just kind of scoot in and let's be Prabhupada's family. Don't be shy, speak up, ask questions, make comments, speak about your realizations about Srila Prabhupada, okay? Because without Prabhupada, we'd be nowhere, okay? Even if you're from India and you grew up knowing Krishna, a lot of devotees from India wouldn't know Lord Chaitanya unless they're from Bengal, right? So Srila Prabhupada gave us everything. So together, let's say pranams to Srila Prabhupada, please. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pacharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskacha Deshatarne Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I wanted to begin by saying this one beautiful pastime that my sister, my god sister Rukmini told in Chalpati one day. And I actually went back and I transcribed every word of this story because it was so tremendous, okay? So this story I call It Was a Dark and Stormy Night, okay? So everyone is familiar with Rukmini Devi, right? Brilliant god sister. She told this story giving class in Chalpati. A little background is needed for this story. When Prabhupada would come to the temples, there was always the kshatriya in the temple that would guard him all night long, okay? And in those days, in the early 70s when I joined in 1972, and I immediately went from Philadelphia out to Los Angeles and got. In those days, you were initiated pretty quickly by Srila Prabhupada, 6 months. Within 6 months, you got first initiation. 6 months later, usually, you got second, especially if they needed you to be a pujari. You got second very quickly, and that was my situation in LA. It wasn't by a spark of my splendor. They just needed me to be on the altar, so I got second very quickly. So, anyway, we had a temple kshatriya, and usually in those days it was a Vietnam veteran who joined the movement. And he usually had a gun, and he was the one that stayed up all night taking care of Prabhupada. So what happened was there was this temple. Rukmini didn't say which temple, but it was a temple with a garage. So I was thinking it was maybe in America. Okay, so it had a garage, and the garage was filled with things like you can imagine Rath Yatra wheels, and it was stuffed. Okay, and it was at night, and one of the devotees he was standing outside guarding Prabhupada, and as usual, Prabhupada would stay up all night translating the books. So he was upstairs translating, and this devotee was downstairs outside the open stuffed garage, guarding Prabhupada upstairs. It started to rain, and Prabhupada went inside, the devotee went inside the garage and took shelter from the rain. It was dark in there, and all of a sudden his eyes adjusted to the dark, and he saw that Prabhupada had entered the garage through the temple door, right? And he paid his obeisances, and he said, Prabhupada, what can I do for you? And Prabhupada said, you can go where I cannot go. And he said, but Prabhupada, you go everywhere. Where can you not go? And Prabhupada said, to the future, to the future. And when you get there, by the way you treat the people there, they will know how much Krishna loves them. They will know how much Krishna loves them by the way you treat them. This must have been a very important point for Srila Prabhupada to stop his translation work and come all the way downstairs and enter a stuffed garage in the dark to tell this devotee this point. Don't you think? Important point. And he didn't just mean by the way you treat the devotees there in the future. He meant every living being. Every living being. Not just the devotees, the karmis, as we refer to them, the demons sometimes. We don't refer to them as that. They're living entities. They're living beings. If we treat them like they're karmis or demons, they're never going to come to Krishna consciousness, right? Never. Would you? Would you have come? I wouldn't have come. No. So we have to learn this lesson, how to treat people. Not just each other, definitely each other, but everyone. One time, there's two stories about how Srila Prabhupada treated even an insect. He was in his room in India, and he called in one of his servants. I believe it was Shruti Kirti, because he told me this story. And he said to him, "Look over there on the floor, over there." And he said, "Where, Prabhupada?" He said, "Over there on the floor. There was a tiny ant, a little insect." And he said, "I've been watching him for a long time." You know this story? He said, "I've been watching him for a long time, and he's starving." He said, "Go and get the little garland off of my Chotagornitai deities and carefully put that insect on the garland and carefully bring him downstairs and place him on the grass so he has something to eat." And Prabhupada literally had tears coming down his face, thinking of this little insect starving to death. Okay? There's another story about an insect. Radhanath Swami told this story. Any disciples here from Radhanath Swami? Okay? Radhanath Swami told this story. How they were walking in India, and there was, at the temple, and there was a little walkway. So for us, it's like a tiny little step, right, to get from one end to the other, the width of the walkway. Prabhupada also had tears in his eyes. And Radhanath Swami said, "Why are you crying, Srila Prabhupada?" And he said, "Because see that insect? He's burning his feet on this hot cement. For him to get across the cement to the grass, it's like miles for him. For us, one step. For him, miles. So carefully get a leaf off of that bush. Pluck a leaf carefully without hurting that tree, the bush. And carefully put the insect on the leaf and bring him to the grass so his feet aren't burning." That's the compassion of a pure devotee. We have to take this example to heart. One time he had one of the devotees pick up an insect with a tissue, and he said, "None of the squishy thing," because he saw the devotees do that and then squish. None of the squishy thing. So much empathy. Anyway, so that's the first story. You know, when you get to the future, which is now, 2026, by the way you treat the people there, they will know how much Krishna loves them. Okay. Srila Prabhupada was so determined to preach Krishna consciousness all over the world and to fulfill Lord Chaitanya's prophecy that the next 10,000 years is the golden age of the Sankirtan movement. And so he spent a great deal of time on airplanes traveling. In those days we had TWA. I think you're all too young to remember Pan Am and TWA. Your grandparents probably flew on them. But anyway, big jets. And Prabhupada often, we would meet him. It was before, 9/11, so we would meet Prabhupada at the gate, right at the gate, and he'd come off the plane, and it was such a wonderful experience. So what happened was the devotees, we would make him lots of prasadam and pack everything up to get him on the flight and have nice prasadam on the flight, and then the next temple he'd go to, they would do the same thing and pack up everything for the next flight. You know, we had a system down. So what happened on this one flight was this, they used to call them stewardesses. Now I think they're flight attendants, because they used to be young, attractive young girls in their 20s. Now they can be old, and they could be men. There's all different standards now for these flight attendants. So this one young woman walked by, and Shruti Kirti had packed, all the lunch and everything for Prabhupada, and he had his thali. So he set up Prabhupada's lunch on the thali, and he cleaned Prabhupada's tray that comes down, and he set everything up so he'd have a nice lunch. And all of a sudden, the stewardess comes by, and she's walking down the aisle, and she grabs something off of Prabhupada's plate and puts it in her mouth, right? And she freaked herself out. She went, oh my God, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. I've never done that before in my life. I don't know why I did this. I can't believe I did this. She was so freaked out. She was like, I don't know why I did that. I'm so sorry. Meanwhile, she got Maha Prasadam right off of Prabhupada's plate. So Prabhupada just laughed. He kind of went like that and smiled and kind of giggled, you know. He always would say women are more religious than men, you know. They're more spiritual. So he didn't think anything of it. He just thought it was kind of cute, you know, that she did that. But she was mortified. So I always wondered over the years, whatever happened to her? She had Maha from Prabhupada. She got so much mercy. Whatever happened to this woman? Years and years, I mean decades later, I was reading a Sankirtan newsletter from Vaisheshika and online, and this one devotee, Sankirtan Brahmachari, writes on there how he was doing door-to-door Sankirtan in a village up in the mountains of Spain. And he's doing knocking on doors, and he knocks on this one door, and this old woman answers the door, and she goes, "Where have you people been my entire life? I've been waiting for you." It was the young stewardess. Decades have gone by. It's like 2000 something. This was 1973 that happened. She was older now, and she invites him in. I've been waiting for you people my entire life. Oh my God, come in, come in. She invites him in her living room. It's a gorgeous temple room. She had never met any other devotees in her life. She just took that Mahaprasadam off of Prabhupada's plate. That was it. As computers came out decades later, she got on the computer. She ordered all of Prabhupada's books. She had a whole library of Prabhupada's books on shelves in her temple room. She had deities. She had ordered deities. She had learned on YouTube videos how to take care of the deities. She offered her food for decades. She became a vegetarian. She became a devotee with no association other than that moment with Srila Prabhupada. Amazing, right? So this is what happened to her. And I thought about her off and on for decades. Whatever happened to that woman on the plane? That's what happened. So one moment's association with a pure devotee can change your entire destiny. Yeah. So that's another wonderful story. Excuse me for a moment. There's a great story that took place on a train, okay, in India. I think most of you have been on a train in India, right? Yeah. If you're not in first class, it's mighty austere, yeah? You've seen? You probably went on first class, yeah? Yeah. Third class is pretty austere. So Prabhupada was in first class on the train with Guru Das, my godbrother Guru Das, and Jamuna, his wife at the time, Jamuna Devi, my godsister, was in third class with my other godsister, Kushalya. And they wanted to find out what it was like for Prabhupada in first class. So they went in first class and they said to Prabhupada, "Is there anything we can do to serve you, Prabhupada?" They didn't know what they were asking. So Prabhupada said to them, "Yes, I would like some rice." And they said, "Okay." So they went back in third class and they looked at the little phone booth size kitchen, okay, on the third class part of the train, and it was filthy. It was filthy. It was stainless steel from top to bottom, and it was filled with grease, like meat grease. So somehow or other, they went to find the conductor, and they asked him for a bucket and some water and a rag and some cleanser. So he said, you can't cook in there. It's, filthy, dirty. And they said, no, our spiritual master wants some rice, and we're going to cook him rice. So somehow Jamuna Devi had brought a bag of rice in her carry-on, and she had some spices. And everybody knows Jamuna Devi was like the cook. Her cookbooks have won awards, and amazing cook. Pishima, Prabhupada's sister, taught her how to cook, and Prabhupada taught her how to cook. And he also sent her over to the Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan to learn how to cook. So Jamuna Devi and Kaushalya took the bucket of water and a dirty rag, and they scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed this phone booth size kitchen on third-class train. And they did it for hours until it was clean enough to make some rice for Srila Prabhupada. And in the meantime, the conductor of the train was like, crazy American women, right? That's what he kept saying. Crazy American women? What are they doing, So finally it was clean enough. They made the rice, and they brought it to Srila Prabhupada. And he loved it. He loved it. Jamuna was such an excellent, and so was Kaushalya. They were both excellent cooks. So they often wondered, did Prabhupada really want the rice? Or was he just testing them to see if they could do the seemingly impossible for their spiritual master? Any opinions? What? Maybe both. Okay, maybe both. Haripriya says, any opinions, Maharaj? It's hard to say. Pass this back.
Gives real difficult instruction to the disciple. If the spiritual master really loves you, he gave you difficult instructions. I have a case to support this. When I was in Africa with Bhakti Swami, some devotees were killed, including Ladini, Mother Ladini in Liberia during the war. So those devotees were killed. About 6 devotees or so were killed. And war was still going on. And Bhakti Teta told me, Vasudev, go to Liberia and investigate how the devotees got killed. I flew in to the neighboring country, Cote d'Ivoire. There was a temple there, ISKCON temple, and I told the president of the temple my mission, that I was going to Liberia. This is what Guru Maharaj told me to do. And that guy is late now, is a disciple of Bhakti Tirtha Swami. He sat me down and educated me why I should not go. And I turned to him and asked him, between you and the Guru, whose instructions should I execute? Get out from my life. And then I went. So, hearing this story, Prabhupada knew that Prabhupada he was a Bengali. He knew the state of affairs with the trains. He knew. And so for him to tell, that was a special mercy. And they passed the test.
Thanks. Thank you, Maharaj. So everybody get the point of that? Okay. All right. So, all right. There's some more good ones. Just bear with me for a moment, okay? I know we're not going to have time to get through all of these, but I promise we can get together another time and finish some of these stories, okay? I remember a woman in 1973. I had already been initiated, but I hadn't seen Prabhupada in person yet. So I went to LA. I had just moved to the LA temple. And in those days, 9/11, of course, hadn't happened. So we were allowed to meet him at the gate. It was amazing, you know. So he came around the corner and came off the plane. And immediately, the first thing you think of is he had a very short stature, but if you watch the Prabhupada memory videos, almost every devotee says this, very short stature, but an amazing effulgence. It's like you've never met a human being like that. Like you've never seen anyone with such an effulgence around him. It was like, it was amazing. And I remember before Prabhupada walked off the plane, this young woman, maybe 30, I was only 17, so she looked old to me. And she could have been in 25 for all I know. And she came off and she was sobbing, just sobbing. And she said, I spoke to him. I got to speak with him. And she was just sobbing. And then when I finally got a copy of the Nectar of Devotion, because we only had the first 3 cantos of the Bhagavatam, that Prabhupada was still translating the 4th canto in Hawaii when I went to live in Hawaii and in the temple, and he's still translating the 4th canto, so I hadn't even gotten the Nectar Devotion yet. And then when I read it, it said that one of the ecstatic symptoms of being with a pure devotee is sobbing, you know, and she's like, I spoke to him, I got to speak to him. And then when he came off the plane, his effulgence, I can't even explain what it was like. And then I got to speak to him in his room in Hawaii, because I had written a children's book and I was allowed to go in and show him the book. And it was like walking into how Prabhupada would speak and say the sun globe, and it was like you were walking into the sun globe, and all of the activities in ISKCON was coming from this one personality, Srila Prabhupada. BBT, Back to Godhead magazine, Sankirtan, Harinam, everything, food, no, we didn't have Food for Life then. Everything that was happening in ISKCON was coming from this one personality. It was unbelievable. And then there I am sitting across from him in his desk, and he was so merciful, so kind, and I have to tell you, the story he told me was there were only a couple of men in the room, and he told me the story about the mother monkey in Mayapur. Raise your hand if you know this story. It was written in a Mayapur magazine. My husband knows it. Okay, he told the story how one time in Mayapur, Jamuna Devi was his cook, and she kept coming up to him, running up to the room saying, Prabhupada, Prabhupada, there's a monkey, she's a mother monkey, and she keeps coming into the kitchen, stealing your boga. I don't know what to do, she's stealing your boga, and I need to cook for you, and she's like flailing her arms, and you know, so he said one time the mother monkey came up to his room, to the open window where the screen was, and she's talking to him in monkey language. And Jamuna saw this because she looked in the crack in the door, the open door. So Jamuna witnessed this, but Prabhupada told me this, so I believe him, you know. So I didn't have a doubt. So Prabhupada said, I talked to her in monkey language, and Jamuna witnessed it, and I told her in language that she could understand, in monkey language, if you come back and you steal any more boga from the kitchen, I will have somebody cut off your head, and I will have them put your monkey head on the stick. You know, Monkey on the Stick? You know that book? No? Oh my goodness. It was a book that somebody wrote back in the 70s when New Vrindavan did a bunch of really bad things, and he called it Monkey on a Stick. And I never knew what that meant until I read, Prabhupada had told me this. I told her we will have your head cut off and put it on a stick. And then I realized what monkey on a stick meant. Okay, and Prabhupada told her, we will parade it around Mayapur, and no other monkey will ever come and steal boga again, right? And he said, and then the monkey ran off from my windowsill, and we never saw her again. So Prabhupada even knows how to chastise a monkey, okay, in her language. I couldn't believe it. I was in his room almost an hour, and he was telling me stories like that. I will never forget it. For the rest of my life, I will never forget that hour in his room. It was unbelievable. So Prabhupada, he can enliven anyone, even me. He can even soften my hard heart. So in the Bhagavatam, Canto 3, 25-24, Srila Prabhupada writes, a pure devotee who is preparing to transfer himself to the spiritual kingdom is also freed from the association of the three modes of material nature. We have to seek the association of such devotees. For this reason, we have begun the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. We're so blessed to be in his movement, in Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement. So Srila Prabhupada's mercy is here, whether he is physically present or not. His mercy is not dependent on his personal presence. He's here. When he was on his deathbed in Vrindavan, Giriraj Swami said to him, what are we going to do without you, Srila Prabhupada? And Prabhupada said to him, I will always be present in my books, and I will come to you in your dreams. I will come to you in your dreams. And he does. Maybe not every night, maybe not every month, maybe not every year. But when you need it, he will come to you. I promise. Right, Haripriya? Yeah, he does. And he'll tell you something in your dream that you don't even know you need to hear until he says it. It's a truth. I used to work for Mukunda Maharaj in Los Angeles for almost 5 years, and he told me that sometimes he's so close to Prabhupada that he has a dream sometimes, and Prabhupada, like they're in an elevator, and Prabhupada will say something to him, and he wakes up and he doesn't know what it means, and then months later something will happen, and he'll think, that's what Prabhupada meant. Can you imagine? So it's your relationship can go very, very deep with Srila Prabhupada, whether he's physically here or not. It can be very, very deep. We just have to take shelter of him, pray, talk to Prabhupada. Sometimes when there's something really wrong in my life, I'll write a letter to him. I journal. I've been journaling since I was a teenager. And you don't have to journal every day. But Prabhupada said writing is good for self-realization. It's very good for self-realization. So write your feelings. Write letters to Srila Prabhupada. You can put them, fold them up, put them at his lotus feet in your home, on your home deity. Put your thoughts on paper and write a letter to Srila Prabhupada. Put it at his lotus feet. He will respond internally. He will respond, or someone will say something to you, and it'll be just what you need to hear. Prabhupada will speak to you through someone else, and not necessarily through a devotee. It can be through a non-devotee. You'll go, wow, that was just what I was praying to Prabhupada about. And you'll hear something, and it'll be just what you need to hear. Prabhupada he's in your heart with Krishna. So, the verdict, it says in the CC, Madhya-lila 2254, the verdict of all revealed scriptures is that by even a moment's association with a pure devotee, one can attain all success. By one moment. And it doesn't mean personally. It doesn't have to mean that. So, there's two ways to associate with the guru. Number one is what? Vani and Vapu. So, what's Vani? Yeah. And Vapu is personally, right? Vani is through hearing. Okay. So, I want to get to like the best of the best. They're all good. Cleanliness. This one I call cleanliness and the stapler. This is really good. Oh, I forgot to bring my props. Okay, everybody knows a stapler, right? Everybody knows what a stapler is. So for this story, the women in every temple used to wait until Prabhupada took his morning walk every morning, okay, and then we'd rush into his quarters, take the bucket, the broom, the mop, the rags. We used to bring everything in and quickly clean his quarters while he was on his morning walk. So this was in India, and Jamuna Devi and the god sisters there went in and quickly cleaned everything. And Prabhupada, they thought Jamuna had it down. She cleaned the floors, she cleaned the walls, she practically cleaned the ceiling, she cleaned the windows, she had it down. The shelves, everything was clean. Prabhupada came in and he sat down in his desk and he took a little stapler. It was like the mini stapler, right? And he opened up the stapler where the staples were, and he took his pinky like this and he rubbed his pinky inside where the staplers were, and there was a speck of dust. And he said, "Jamuna Devi, didn't I teach you anything about cleaning?" So he was very strict about cleanliness. So I think of this every time I'm cleaning my house, right? Prabhupada was very strict. So, it happened in Vrindavan. It wasn't Mayapur, it was Vrindavan. So, she was so humble. She said, "I'm sorry, Srila Prabhupada, I'll be more careful next time." I probably would have stood there crying. So he was very, very careful. He said, "Please clean my room, Jamuna. Haven't I taught you cleanliness?" Unbelievable. And she said, "No, Srila Prabhupada, how may I improve my cleaning?" Because the little stapler where the staples were had dust. Very humble. When dealing with the guru, deal with humility. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, next one. This was about rotis. You ladies know about about Brajbasi rotis? Okay, Prabhupada liked them made with gunja berries. So anyway, Prabhupada told Jamuna, learn how to make these kind of chapatis in Vrindavan. He had his sister Pishima teach her, and then she was so excited. She got the right berries in Loy Bazaar at the grocery store, and she made them for Prabhupada. She made the rotis just like he wanted, just like his sister taught her how to make them. And then Punjabi wheat berries. That's what it was, Punjabi wheat berries. And then he ate them. And he said, "Just a little more wheat berries, maybe 2 or 3 more." He said, he was so expert at everything. He said they have to be cooked over neem wood. You couldn't cook it over anything else. Had to be cooked over neem wood. He knew everything. Prabhupada was expert at everything. So, anyway, amazing. So I got to cook for him in Hawaii when he would stay at the Hawaii temple, and he came in one day. I was only 19. I was still a teenager. I was like a baby, So he came in the kitchen, and immediately he came up to me and he said, "What are you cooking?" So I said it was a concoction, so it didn't have a name. So I pointed to his servant, Shrutakirti. I said, "He made me do it, Prabhupada." So I felt, when I look at it now, I feel so stupid, you know. So I said, he made me do it, Prabhupada. So then he looked at me like, what are you making? I'm still asking you, what are you making? So I said, well, he told me to cook down milk, make it thick, put some sugar in. And I went outside, because Hawaii had mango trees and papaya trees. And I said, I picked some mango, I picked a papaya, I cut it up and put it in the thick milk. And he smiled and he went like this and he folded his hands, you know. But immediately it was like, he made me do it, Prabhupada. I didn't want to do it, he made me, you know. It was like, oh my God, you just got so nervous around him, you know. I did. I was so young, you know. Anyway, it was really bad. It was bad. But anyway, Jamuna Devi told this story. She said that Srila Prabhupada's personal servant, along with her sister Janaki, and she was practically Prabhupada's personal servant at first. She cooked for him, she cleaned for him, she did his laundry, she ironed for him. We used to fight, the ladies used to fight over who would do Prabhupada's laundry, who was going to iron, you know. You can imagine, you know, we would fight over it. So then Janaki, she was one of the first wave of devotees coming, and also Malati. So one day Prabhupada came into the room and they were making his bed and they had done everything in his room, cleaning everything. And he said, you know, this is very unusual, meaning for a sannyasi to have women do that service for him. He said, this is very unusual. This is very unusual, but it is appropriate. He said, sometimes I am like your father, and you are like my daughters. And sometimes you are like my mothers, and I am like your son. That's what he said. So he would encourage the girls like that. You know, it's okay. You know, he would get criticized from his godbrothers, but he allowed us to do this service because of his mercy. Yeah, very merciful. There he is. So, yeah.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
I wondered if your training in LA was with Mother Shivamati.
Yes. She taught us how to do deity worship, and she was taught by Prabhupada. So it was like a direct link there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, let's see what else. Prabhupada came to Philadelphia in 1975 for our Rath Yatra there. Was anybody there at that time? Anybody come? 1975 Rath Yatra in Philadelphia? No? Well, we're going to have it again in September. My husband is the chairman, and Krishna Kirtan Prabhu helps with it. So third Saturday, what's the date? 26th? 4th Saturday of September. So everybody please come. It's the same route that we took when Prabhupada was here in 75. So please try to come. Maharaj, you're very welcome if you're in town to please come. We would be so honored. Okay, so Prabhupada would say, oh, this was a good one. During the Rath Yatra Festival in San Francisco in 1975, I was at that one too, Srila Prabhupada was giving a class about who is qualified to be punished. He said, according to someone's mental state and the crime that he has performed, he is brought in front of the magistrate and then he is judged. He said that children are not punishable. Don't take advantage of that, okay? Okay, so he said that children are not punishable. The devotees in the audience cheered. Then he said, women are also not punishable. And everyone cheered even more. Then all of a sudden, a child cried. And my godbrother, Bahulasva, stood up and said, okay, all children out of the temple. He had twin sons, Yamulan, Arjun, and like the Arjun and Yamaltris, the twins. So he named his twin sons Jamun. I'm sorry, I'm losing it. Pardon me? Yeah. He named them that, the two boys. So he said, okay, all the children out of the temple. Prabhupada said, no, that is okay. Children are not punishable. So everyone laughed, and Prabhupada said, so also women are not punishable, so don't take advantage, he said. And then everyone laughed again. Prabhupada said, children are not punishable, women are not punishable, saintly people are not punishable, and old men are not punishable, and cows are not punishable. He concluded by saying, so in this assembly, no one is punishable. Everyone cheered even louder. So that's from Anecdotes of a Modern Day Saint. One time I remember Srila Prabhupada telling us in New Dwarka in Los Angeles, you are not responsible for anything under 8 years old and over 80. Under 8 and over 80, not responsible. So, of course he was joking, but he used to joke like that a lot. And then, this is a really good one. Can I say one more? Okay. This was in 1972 in Sydney, Australia, where Hari Priya lived. The Korma Prabhu, the cook with all the cookbooks. Okay. He told this story. A speaking engagement had been arranged for Srila Prabhupada at Sydney University. In the afternoon, a large group of devotees accompanied Srila Prabhupada in the double-decker bus to the outskirts of the grounds. Srila Prabhupada walked regally with the kirtan procession as it wound through the central walkways of the campus. Devotees carried framed pictures of Krishna and the Maha Mantra, while others carried various necessities for the engagement. Passing a group of student hecklers, the entourage entered a large hall with a stage where Srila Prabhupada sat on a makeshift asana. Despite extensive advertising, however, only a small number of students attended. The devotees were disappointed, although Srila Prabhupada seemed not to mind. The program started with a kirtan. Then, as Charu held the microphone, the devotees had forgotten the stand. Prabhupada, his eyes closed, gave a full, long lecture. Afterwards, some devotees quietly expressed their dissatisfaction with the small turnout. Upendra, who was his servant at the time, told them the story of an even smaller program in the early days in New York. Devotees had apologized to Srila Prabhupada for bringing him to a program to which practically no one came. But Prabhupada raised his eyebrows and said, "No one? You did not see Narada Muni? You did not see Lord Brahma? When there is chanting of Hare Krishna, even the demigods come to participate." So Prabhupada had vision we did not have. So he said that a few times. Didn't you see Narada Muni? He came. He was chanting. So anyway, goes on and on. You know, there was a time, I just want to say these few things for the ladies here especially, but men, please listen, okay? So when Srila Prabhupada first said in a class that for a man, association with a woman is dangerous because she makes him lose control over his senses, the male devotees started acting in a very offensive way with the women in that particular temple. Actually, it happened in most of the temples. The ladies expressed their pain to Srila Prabhupada, who then called in all the men and said, "I was talking of materialistic women, not of the women of the movement. These women are angels." Okay, another one? Srila Prabhupada also said in another instance, when we talk of women, we do not talk about those of our movement, because by associating with these women, if they are Krishna conscious, you will be liberated. And another one, a disciple of Swami Narayan said to Srila Prabhupada, my spiritual master said to avoid all women and to never go where there are women. Srila Prabhupada laughed and said, that is impossible. There are women everywhere. Then coming back to the temple and watching 2 women devotees bow down to him, he said, by associating with these women, you will be purified. Jai. All glories to the Vaishnavis and the Vaishnavas in this Krishna consciousness movement. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mother Sangita, for your enthusiasm and inspiring all of us. It's wonderful, right? We can keep on going hours and hours. Maybe after the prasadam we can sit again, if she is okay. Very, very grateful to all the devotees who came and blessed. This movement, as our devotees mentioned, is not any superficial as social, material, social, cultural. It is a program is, as a great favor is done to us by Srila Prabhupada and Acharyas. Anyone who comes to this movement, they are, because we understand our eternal nature, we commit and tolerate all the circumstances and continue in our journey, in spiritual journey. I'm very grateful. Prabhupada single-handedly came with nothing, following the instruction of spiritual master, and in 60 years now, we have all more than 1,200 temples and centers worldwide, and many of the centers from Delaware is not listed in that actually, because we didn't. And millions of followers, millions of devotees are coming all over, and I'm very grateful all of you. Everyone can take equal opportunity to serve, be part of it. It's not like privileged by only very few devotees. As Prabhu mentioned, it's just beginning. 13 year of 60th year of ISKCON, 13 year of ISKCON of Delaware, but it's only just beginning. We want every house to be temple, and everyone connected to that house also will become temple. The books and temple, Harinam Sankirtan, that is our mission. We want Prabhupada had started this so that every one of us can be very happy. But sometimes we experience unhappiness because of disconnection. Because if you're not properly connected, we will experience this unhappiness, dissatisfaction. But if you're nicely, closely, genuinely connected to the movement, Srila Prabhupada's movement, we all will experience, we all will grow. So with all of you, I'm very grateful to all the devotees for helping day and night, setting up, cooking, cleaning, preaching, donating in many other ways. I'm very, very grateful. It's not a single person's seva. It's a community seva. It's a devotee community seva. Prabhupada brought all that he gave to us, and it's ours. We have to embrace it sincerely and take it further for years and generation after generations to come. Now, on this 13th anniversary of our ISKCON of Delaware, I really want to thank all the senior devotees for their blessings, all the well-wishers for their support and cooperation, all the devotees who day and night constantly meditate on this movement. This temple is yours. This is your home. We have long way to go to spread this movement. Again, what Srila Prabhupada's contribution, there's no end. We can take several weeks to cover this on Sunday feast. But I want to thank again Mother Sangita, Vaman De Prabhu, Mother Haripriya. Maybe after the Aarti you can speak few words. Yes, inside. We will offer the Aarti now. Thank you. I'm very, very grateful. Srila Prabhupada ki, International Society for Krishna Consciousness ki, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Banda ki. So we'll request all of you, please come. We'll offer Aarti inside, and then prasadam will be served outside. Hare Krishna. We will chant. Swarnima, can you lead Kirtan while taking Prabhupada inside, please?
We don't need the microphone. Let's go.
We don't need to like this. Who's singing?
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You don't want to use this with your time.
It works sometimes. I turned off the AI, it starts working. It's a clip.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Astitya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Chaitanya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Nityananda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi God, Bhaktavinda. Chaitanya! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We go boom, boom, boom on the next one. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ho, ho, ho. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Pass out, huh? You pass out. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. You didn't do it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nita Gaur Haribo, 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 Nita Gaur Haribo. Nita Gaur Haribo, 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 Nita Gaur Haribo. Nita Gaur Haribo, 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 Nita Gaur Haribo. Nita Gaur Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. Jai Om Vishnu Pada Paramamsa Pariva Jakatari Satarsa Shri Sriman Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jai Om Vishnu Pada Paramamsa Pariva Jakatari Satarsa Shri Sriman Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Jai Om Vishnu Pada Gaura Kisora Das Babaji Maharaj Ki. Jai Om Vishnu Pada Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pada Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Shri Rupa Sanata Bhatta Dasaraganath, Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasaraganath, Saga Swami Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Prem Se Kaho, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Jai Shri Namachari Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna, Gopi Gopadan, Shamakun Radhakun, Gir Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Maya Ki Jai. Yamuna Maya Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Devi Ki Jai. Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. Grantaraj Sriman Bhagavatam Ki Jai. ISKCON Vartmana Guru Vrinda Ki Jai. Samadvaita Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to glory Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Prabhupada Ki.
Maybe outside.
भगवान की जय, भक्त श्रोमणी प्रहलाद महाराज की जय।
Hare Krishna. I didn't know I'm supposed to make an announcement. Very, very grateful to all of you for everything you all are doing. This is your home. Day and night, devotees are engaged in serving in many ways. This is a very, very important, crucial movement for individual and collectively for the society. We will learn slowly. If you're anyone interested more, they can join the Wednesday call. But every Sunday we'll share. You will be amazed to see what this community can give you, right, Sarah? You will be amazed to see. Only thing you have to be sincere. By the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we are here. Somehow or other, this is available, accessible to all of you, including me. I'm very grateful. So take it to your life and soul. In every way, everyone, everything, in all circumstances, you can do serve, or we can serve you also both. So on this special day of 60th anniversary and 13th anniversary of ISKCON of Delaware, I pray to Sri Radha Syam Sundar, Nrsingadev, Jagannath Baldev, Sudhar, Sri Panchatra, Srila Prabhupada, that our devotees in Delaware, may they flourish in their heart, may their inspiration for the affinity for Lord Krishna, Krishna consciousness to grow. May you all have a wonderful Sangha. May we all learn more and more about ourselves by learning about Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So please come, offer a flower, and the prasadam is already being served. Please come. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Today is also Hare Krishna. Today is also beginning of Janmashtami this week. Anyone would like to sponsor or anything? Please see us anyway. You can assist. There are forms also there. You can assist in any way, or you can also inspire other friends to do so. Hare Krishna. Thank you.